Hi, welcome back to Mini Armies. Matt here with a painting guide for the Great Wolves from the Wolfen army that I received last week. There's an unboxing video. If you click the link, you can go and have a look at the whole army there. Big thank to Mike from Rebel Minis, been really supportive of this little venture of mine. But anyway, this painting guide brings it to a reasonable tabletop standard and with some very simple steps. All of the paints that I've used are Citadel paints, and I'll list them as I go along. So I hope you find it useful, and I hope you enjoy.
So the first step, of course, was priming with a black primer. I used Citadel's Chaos Black in this occasion. Now, the first bit I base coated in Eshin Grey. A nice thin coat all over. Maybe go over a couple of times with thin coats. Better with a couple of thin coats than one big thick coat, otherwise you'll lose the detail. So next I've washed this down in a dark wash, a null oil wash, just to go into all those recesses. Okay, the next stage is a series of dry brushes. From kind of light grey, I used Dawnstone, then up to Celestra Grey, which actually appears white. One thing I've learned when painting white or trying to get light is don't paint with white paint. It shows up all the imperfections and things. Much better to use a very, very light grey and work your way up. You can do a series of these dry brushes and bring it up to the lightness that you wanted it. But I've got it to the place where I want it right now. This next stage is probably the bit that gives it its sort of depth and a kind of frosty looking. This is a glaze of Gilman Blue all over, just really gives it that little bit of sheen on there. And the final stage for this, I told you it was short, is I've just used a bit of Eshin Grey on the nose and around the mouth, so it does look like he's snarling. I've dry brushed up again to Wolfen Grey, which is a far whiter, just take a bit of that blue off the tops there and give it that highlight. The eyes are a dot of Wolfen Grey and then a bloodletter glaze, the red glaze, just on there, and just let that dry. It just gives it a bit of shine rather than painting it straight red. And that'll do for now for tabletop. It's just the basing to go. So here's my finished Great Wolves, and the basing again, check out my basing video, which I'll put the link up to, but I've used a bit more texture paint because it's quite a big base, and then some of the grey pumice, and just finishing that off nicely. I think they look great on the tabletop, really nice sculpts. Really like these minis. Going to be painting up lots more Wolfen, and hopefully maybe a couple of painting guys, maybe on the Shaman, I would have thought.
So there you have it, really quick, really simple, really nice models, and look great on the tabletop. Okay, thanks for tuning in, and if you like what I'm doing, give me a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, and if you think anybody else will like it, give it a share out. You can catch me on Facebook as well as Mini Armies, and on Twitter @Mini Armies. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys soon.